My name is H.A. Goodman, and I'm an author, columnist, and journalist. And to read my writing and to see my latest CNN appearances and my MSNBC appearance from last year, you can go to hagoodman.com. This segment is going to explain why Bernie Sanders is still the clear and true Democratic frontrunner to win the presidency, even after the New York primary. First of all, Bernie Sanders is the only Democrat not linked to an FBI investigation. This used to mean something in American politics. It used to mean something in our society that if there was a politician linked to an FBI investigation, and Hillary Clinton is not only linked, she is the subject. They are investigating her email practices, her private server, the reasons and the political motive, and why she intentionally used a private server. This is a huge issue that nobody wants to discuss because people think Hillary Clinton has this immense political power, that she's bigger than the FBI, that she's more powerful than the intelligence agencies, that surely, of course, nothing will take place because it's Hillary Clinton and Benghazi, and all these reasons and excuses why Clinton will evade repercussions from this scandal. With Hillary Clinton, what you have to remember is this. Yes, she's the most powerful politician in the United States of America. That's obvious. But she's not above the law. Now, you might laugh at that, but it's the truth. And nobody's above the law. So with that understanding, if you have 22 top secret emails on an unguarded private server, and I can go on forever, and I'll explain a little later, you're not going to get away with it without some legal repercussions or political repercussions. So best case scenario, she doesn't get indicted. Yippee! What a qualified president, right? Presidential candidate. That's the best case scenario. She doesn't get indicted. But there will be political repercussions, even if she survives politically from the FBI's, from what the FBI discloses, most likely in May. The other scenario is that there are indictments. If her top aides get indicted, that's it. She doesn't even have to get indicted. If her top aides get indicted, that's it for her campaign. So the point is, Bernie Sanders is still the clear frontrunner because Hillary Clinton is being investigated by the FBI. This isn't a Republican Benghazi committee. This isn't a Republican committee. The Republicans couldn't. They don't do anything right. So this isn't a partisan organization. This is the FBI, and they're serious. And this isn't a joke. Just because generally people in the media don't focus on this, they think it's just another Clinton scandal. She'll get away with it. That doesn't mean anything. Bernie Sanders is still the front runner. For every Bernie Sanders supporter out there, you have to continue to stay passionate, continue to stay strong, united, until the FBI votes. When the FBI votes and they decide and they disclose what they found out in a year-long investigation, okay, the Democratic Party, America is going to need you strong and united. We're going to need Bernie Sanders because Hillary Clinton's campaign is just waiting for people to succumb to the notion that, well, it's math, delegate math. Oh, gee, it's a really uphill battle. This system was rigged from the start. Okay, so don't start talking about rules when the establishment has broken every rule. Voter suppression. I mean, tens of thousands of people didn't get a chance to vote in New York. I can go on forever, but the point is, it's not just about delegate math. Okay. Democrats can't win with Hillary Clinton for a number of reasons, primarily because there's an FBI investigation ongoing, and also negative favorability ratings in every single national poll that rival Donald Trump's. And in some polls, Donald Trump is seen as more favorable. So there you go. That's the qualified, fantastic candidate. So do not give up. Okay, I say this with all due respect and love for everybody who's supporting Bernie Sanders. You would be a fool to give up at this point. You'd be a fool. Because the competition is being investigated by the FBI and a number of other reasons, too. We could still win through the primaries. Okay. Couple of other things. When you look at American politics and you look at how this election has played out, the media doesn't just reflect public sentiment. The media helps shape public sentiment. People aren't focused on the FBI investigation, just like they weren't focused on taking Bernie seriously about 5-6 months ago, because the media hasn't started a frenzy, right? The media hasn't focused on the topic of the FBI investigation. When the FBI comes out with its findings after 1 year of investigating cloud servers and top secret emails and classified documents on an unguarded private server in someone's house, this is insane. Vladimir Putin is laughing now. He's like literally laughing at us, okay? Because our presidential candidate didn't even trust the United States government. Okay, that's Hillary Clinton, didn't even trust the government. So she had to have her own private server. She didn't trust U.S. government networks. She didn't want the prying eyes of the public, or she didn't want Republicans, or whatever the reason was. I mean, I could speculate. We know there's a political motive. But Clinton has made a mockery of the U.S. intelligence community, an absolute mockery. Politically, there's going to be ramifications. Wait. Keep fighting, keep battling, stay focused, stay passionate if you're a Bernie Sanders supporter, because Bernie Sanders will need you. The country will need you. When the FBI explains exactly what it has uncovered, and if and when the FBI recommends indictment of Hillary Clinton to the Department of Justice, believe me, the Clinton campaign will still try. There's no shame there. So they'll still try with indictments to say, well, it was no big deal. You could find it on the internet, right? That's the new thing. It wasn't really top secret. You can find it on the internet. You can't find any of the information on the internet. It's top secret. 22 top secret emails were classified top secret for a reason. Whether or not the 2,100 emails were retroactively classified is completely irrelevant. You can retroactively classify anything. Hillary Clinton messed up with this. The FBI is going to explain just how badly Clinton messed up. Stay focused, stay united, stay passionate. Bernie Sanders needs you. Bernie Sanders will become the Democratic nominee. He'll win the White House. At this point, it's not about delegate math, okay? It's about the FBI. Let's say I'm wrong. Okay. The FBI says nothing was done. Think about that for a second. Think about that. Think about it. If the FBI says, no, nothing was done, Clinton was fine, it's carelessness. Every other presidential candidate and every other public official from here on out can have their own private server now because the precedent has been set. So that's not going to happen. Something's going to take place. And it's not going to be pretty for the Clinton campaign. Last thing is this. When was there ever a time where you'd vote for somebody linked to an FBI investigation? Ask yourself that question. Was there ever a time in your life, whether you're young or you're old, where you'd vote for somebody linked to an FBI investigation, or you'd vote for somebody who was investigated by the FBI? If you can only name one person, if it's only Clinton, then that should tell you something. I am only voting for Bernie Sanders in 2016. That I'm not voting for anyone else, and there are millions of people like me. So if you're a Hillary supporter, don't be so happy. Even if Clinton becomes nominee, you won't have millions and millions of people simply because, I can only speak for myself. I'm not voting for anyone being advised by Henry Kissinger or Bush's neocons or somebody who voted for the Iraq War, who takes prison lobbyist money, and somebody who used racism against Barack Obama in 2008. Never voting for that type of person. So you know where you can put party unity. Stay focused, stay united, stay strong. Bernie Sanders will win. We all have to wait as a country for the FBI to vote, hopefully in May, hopefully before the election, before November 8th. That would be nice. Anyway, thank you so much for listening. Thank you.